I thought it was Asia's biggest, but it's the world's biggest dental conference and exhibition in the world.
What is CareStream for the patients that don't know?
It's CareStream is a company, and it's we're talking about the tomography, the CAT scan that we just purchased. That's
How do you feel knowing that the best things out there in the market, you have them at Supreme? And it's true. He's always thinking about Supreme Dental. Always.
Everywhere we would go, they would ask us, "Where are you guys from?" I said, "We're from Mexico." Oh my God, you guys are from Mexico? Because there's a lot of people around from there, but not from Mexico.
Did they know about algodones or no?
Nobody asked me. Welcome back to Supremedental Podcast Studio. You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, this podcast was meant for you, the patients. Remember, now we're on Spotify. So don't forget to go on Spotify, put Supreme Dental Podcast Studio, and you'll be able to listen to our amazing, beautiful voice while you're driving down the freeway with all the crazy drivers and all that good stuff. While you're doing your makeup or while you're not doing anything, you can go ahead and hear us also. Today we have Dr. Elias.
Hello, Frank. How are you?
I'm doing good.
How are you doing from your trip?
I'm doing.
You're doing.
Recently, in another episode, I spoke about my wife and I were going to go to Dubai. You were actually, there was violins and everything playing. It was amazing. It was a 16-hour flight. We flew direct, but we flew with my 5-year-old and we flew with our 10-year-old little girl and our 5-year-old little boy. Everywhere we go, we fly with our kids. We also flew with my in-laws, but we fly with our kids. No matter where we go, we stick together. And it can be a challenge, mostly for my wife, because my wife she's really hands-on and everything. I was blessed enough we flew with Emirates. This is not a commercial, but they're amazing. They're on it. They, from snacks to everything you could think of, these guys have it on lockdown. There's nothing like it. And everywhere, and I'm flying, right? And I'm thinking, like, how much different is Emirates from Alaska Airlines, from Southwest, from American Airlines, from Volaris, from, what is it, Aeromexico?
Aeromexico, yeah.
Okay. And the Mexicana no longer exists, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they kept like $8,000 from back in the day. I was going to go to Cancun. Anyways, and I compared them, and I was like, that's a huge difference. It was a huge difference. And I'm thinking, like, are we the Emirates from dental, bro? Like, are we, like, when people come down here, when patients come down, they say, the technology here is so much better than back at home. And that's okay, because anybody could invest in technology. But they also say the care here is so much different. They also say, you know what? Everybody working together. We if you guys go on our reviews on Google, if you guys go, we have some negative review on Google's. We have like 2 or 3 from patients that we didn't want to do their work because we couldn't do their work. Because either they were taking some medication, or we couldn't do crowns because their teeth were falling apart, and we were not going to do it because that's not the responsible thing to do. We got to let them know.
Right.
We're not order takers. We're going to let you know what's the best thing for you, and you guys make the decisions. But it's overall, we got to look out for you guys. Even though sometimes you guys don't know what's best for you, we got to let you know. These guys got to let you know. So it's amazing knowing that, you know, our patients come in and they're just like, oh, you guys are doing so good. And, you know, I was treated so, I was a little bit in pain when I was getting the work done, and the assistant was holding on to my hand. Dr. Elias, Dr. Luis, Dr. Ivan, Dr. Dulce, all of our doctors, Dr. Joel, Dr. Sarai, even our root canal specialist, Dr. Alonso, but Dr. Michelle, she's really caring. She explained everything. And you normally have this mentality of people that are working on your mouth. They come in and somebody already explained to you how it worked, and then they just start working on your mouth. And if you're lucky, the second portion, it'll be the same person. A lot of times it's someone else. So I'm thinking in my head, like everywhere, it's crazy because when you're a business owner where you really like what you do, you start resembling things with what you do. I could be watching a football game and I'm thinking like how it resembles to what I do. I mean, that's at least how I think. I'm watching a movie and I'm looking at their teeth. I don't know if that happens to you.
All the time. I could be walking across the street and I just do it.
And
I don't want to do it, but it just goes like randomly to it.
And I'm looking at a movie and I'm looking at an actor and I'm like, oh my gosh, he has nice teeth on the top, but so messed up teeth on the bottom. Like he didn't invest to get the full mouth restoration, just the top. And I'm thinking, if I send him a message, you think he'd want to come down over here? Like that's where my head goes. And now I lost like the 5 minutes of the movie because I just go on this trip.
And it's true. He's always thinking about Supreme Dental. Always.
It's crazy. Like I at some point, I need to learn how to turn off. But I really like what I do. So I think when you really like what you do, your job no longer is a job, it's a hobby. And it's awesome. It's a great thing in the morning waking up and not like, oh, I'm going to go back to work. But anyways, we really derailed out of the conversation. But Dubai, we were talking about Dubai. So we arrived there, beautiful hotel, clean everywhere you go. One of the things that shocked me, and the main thing we were there for, was the AEEDC, which is the world's, I thought it was Asia's biggest, but it's the world's biggest dental conference and exhibition in the world. And I think they have a slogan that goes, AEEDC, bringing the future to dental, or something like that.
And what was the main purpose of your visit to that conference?
There was a couple of purposes. In the beginning was to meet Pini Neftali.
And who's Pini?
Pini Neftali is the genius behind the implant that actually listened to us and we developed the pterygoid implant.
Correct.
And he's became really good friends. And he more than anything, he listens to us. And he runs all his tests. Obviously, we can't just tell him we want an implant to be bright green. You know, he has to run his test, and he has all the people to do that. And that's the main thing we were gonna fly for. He was gonna have a spot there, but I guess there's a lot of things going on right now with war, and he is from Israel, so they told him that he couldn't. No person from Israel can have an exhibition there this year. They could visit, they can go to the exhibition, but not be an exhibitor, if that's how you say it.
Yeah. And how long has your relationship business-wise been with Beanie?
Beanie, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say probably like, my gosh, I don't want to lie, maybe like 7. Anywhere from 6 to 8 years. We don't have like an anniversary or anything like that, so I don't know. But obviously when we started, his packaging was different, and then his packaging started getting better, and then his implants has always been superb. I mean, his material is good, but it's the marketing, everything. We've grown, he's grown. It's just been amazing. He's about to open up a facility in Miami.
Welcome to Dental Facts. Did you know 59% of people would rather have a dental appointment than sit next to someone who is talking on a cell phone? You heard it first at Supremedental podcast. Floss, brush, and keep smiling.
So a while back when I went, my wife and I, like 4 years ago, we went to New York to the best, it's called the Greater Dental New York. Hopefully we get to go this year also. And we're going to meet Pini. And something happened, and 2 weeks before, he didn't go. So we didn't get to meet him. And this time we go to Dubai, and because of what's going on, he says, he's not going to be able to present. But he flies over from Israel to meet us. What I was saying is that my wife also, every time we go somewhere, my wife says, if we can get 1 or 2 new things out of everything, like it's considered a win, But it was shocking to me. It was really shocking to me when I walked inside the convention. First of all, it was humongous. And I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't really like coffee. But I drink this coffee named Nero, Nero coffee. It was the best coffee I've ever had. The Spanish latte is done with condensed milk. I guess people and that side of the world is really into condensed milk. So I was all about it. And we walk in, and it's crazy. It's I've been to the one in New York, but it was nothing like the one in Dubai. And we walk in, and what really shocked me, and I sent the message to you guys, was that the places where there was most people around, that technology, either we have it already or it's about to get here. Like, it's on its way. CareStream was one of them, and there were a lot of dentists were around.
What is CareStream for the patients that don't know?
It's CareStream is a company, and it's we're talking about the tomography, the CAT scan that we just purchased. It's on its way. It's gonna be here on. Actually, it gets installed on not this Monday, but next Monday. And it's been the best CAT scan in the world for the last 5 years. And it actually scans your face also. So it scans your face. It also tells you your bone density, but it also tells you, there's so many different things that it tells you. Like technology, it has AI technology.
Right.
So you're pretty much working with the best that technology has to offer to this moment. So there's a lot of people around this machine, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what it is, right? And I go, and there it was, 9,600. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're about to get it. Keep on walking, and then I seen the pig dental.
So we got the first green light.
Yeah,
right?
and then I see the pig dental, and I'm just like, oh my god. When we get the tomography that Monday, that Thursday, we actually go into the pig training. We already have the device, but we're gonna get Adrian Hernandez, which he's gonna be on this podcast also, and he's the founder, creator, and CEO of Pig Dental, and he is gonna come down and train us personally. So what better than having the creator here? What question can he not answer if he created it, right? So I'm there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I seen a lot of people around the pick, and I'm thinking, we already got that too. And everywhere that I look, Straumann, we're working with these things. And I said, you know what? That's crazy, because you would think algodones, I'm going to say it's like, it's a great for dental, but it's like the armpit of Mexico. It's like nobody knows what an algodón is.
Nobody knows. Nope.
And we have all this technology, and I'm in Dubai, and we have the technology that I'm looking at. We have it. So I'm like, we're doing pretty good. And you said it before. And I was super excited. So I decided to call each and every one of you guys, and nobody answered me, because I think it was like, what time was it?
It was like 12:30. It was 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. We have to work.
I'm thinking, Luis, he's probably at church. I said, Elias is probably doing it all on 4.
Probably, yeah.
But nobody answered, and it was pretty crazy. I was pretty let down. I didn't know who to call.
And how does Frank feel looking at this technology, knowing that you have it, that it's on its way? How do you feel knowing that the best things out there in the market, you have them at Supreme?
Well, obviously, it made me feel really proud. It made me feel really proud that we're this far into technology. Because one thing is having the talent, and another thing is having the technology. And I said that we've had, for the first time, I feel like we have both. And I was very proud. My wife and I were very proud. We were just like, this is crazy. Like, we were walking around a candy store, but we have most of these candies already, And then we see something that really caught my eye. It was an inflatable handpiece. It was like this big, like the ones at the fair, but it was a handpiece, like a high.
Okay, yeah.
And my wife's like, I want one of those.
We're going to scare the patients away with one of those, right?
My wife's like, I want one of those. And I go over there, and I tell the guy, what handpiece do I have to purchase so I can get that inflatable right there? And the guy starts laughing. And he's like, I just want your information. And everywhere we would go, they would ask us, where are you guys from? I said, we're from Mexico. Oh, my God, you guys are from Mexico. Because there's a lot of people around from there, but not from Mexico.
Did they know About algodones or no?
Nobody asked me. No,
Okay.
nobody asked me anything. I had we'll post a couple of videos that I took there, and we'll post some pictures. And I'm wearing my blazer, and it has the Supreme Dental logo on it. A lot of people would ask me, "Oh, Supreme Dental, is that here in Dubai? Oh, Supreme Dental, is it, where's it at?" And I would say it's in Mexico. Next time I'll get a blazer with like a Mexican logo on it or a flag, so people know. But it was pretty insane. And then we got to meet Peony there for the first time. I actually got to meet him, not like video chat or not. I got to meet him, and we spoke in front of the Straumann. It was pretty crazy because we were in front of the Straumann.
Wow.
And we spoke. And I even told him, "Hey man, you want to take a picture? Like, you want to go somewhere else?" He's like, "No man, it's okay, man."
So it's like you're with your other girl. Right?
I felt like I was cheating on
with
Straumann.
your side chick, yeah.
But he said one thing that really got to me. He said, "You know what? We're not trying to compete with Straumann." He's like, because Straumann is really good at what they do, but not everyone's for Straumann. And I remember some of the things that you guys told me, that Straumann doesn't have some sizes, doesn't have some angles of multi-units or whatever it is. And this guy, because of Implanted, we've been able to give a lot of people their smiles that perhaps we wouldn't have been able to do with Straumann. Now, don't get me wrong, Straumann is a great implant, but Implanted has more variables to be able to work with. So,
and it's easier for you to access.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like if you want something, you can talk to them directly to the owner of the company, and we want this.
Yeah,
and we get it done.
Yeah, we've been lucky to grow that relationship. And I told him, I said, all the videos that we post, there's a really high percentage that are from your implant. And he said, really? He's like, "Oh man, thank you so much." I felt like he was gonna cry. And he said, "We're so happy and so blessed to be working with you guys." And I even told him, "Hey, you know what?" Because he's about to open up a place in Miami. And I said, "Well, the one thing that you need to focus a little bit more is on promotion, like on little hats and stuff like that." And I said, "We got great dentists, as you know. We have people with specialties, master's degrees, people that help us develop the pterygoid." And I said, "I don't think that I think that'd be pretty cool to record a video for you, like speaking about your implant that you could post." He's like, "Oh, but that'd be amazing." So maybe in the future, we pull a couple of you guys, and you guys talk about Implanted, but something professional, something that he'll air out in his website or whatever you guys speaking about. And that's pretty amazing. But he said that, that it's just that we keep on moving. He's like, "You guys always keep me moving, man." It's like, what is Frank gonna tell me now? Like, what do you think? He's like, "You guys keep on pushing and pushing."
That's how we feel as well.
He's like, and I see a message from you, and I'm just like, is it gonna be a good morning or is it gonna be something else? And he goes, actually, he showed me the last thing he's developing, which is what you asked for, which was the abutment but longer. Right. I don't know if it's for digital or just a normal abutment.
Digital.
For digital. And he showed it to me, and he showed me the prototype, and he said they're running tests and all that good stuff. So yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. My wife, we took a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, and just very happy to see. And I want you guys to know that if you guys decide to come down, or if you guys been down to Supreme, you guys know that you've seen the technology that we have already. But it's going to be, in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be nothing like the technology that we're going to have. Being able to use the CAT scan, that's the best in the world. It's going to be able to link one thing with the other, like you said, with our digital scanners, and now also with the PIC dental, if we need to use it. Like, it's crazy.
Plus the facial scanner.
So it's... What is exactly... How does it work with the facial scanner?
So the facial scanner, it's pretty much like the intraoral scanner, which captures with thousands and thousands of pictures, but we're going to get your face as well. And whenever we talk about the facial generated dental treatment, usually our faces dictate how long our teeth should be, what shape our teeth should be, and just having all the information that we can get. We're going to be able to put together the CT scan, a facial scanner, an intraoral scanner, and pictures to make sure that with all this information that we have, we can develop the best teeth for you. Not just stock teeth for just everybody. No, this is going to be the teeth that actually fit you best. According to technology, according to literature, according to us, we're going to be able to give you something that's personalized just for you.
So now I'm gonna ask you the question. How does it feel that when I was telling you that, because I told you guys in the group that we have, that the technology that I was seeing over there was the technology that we have here, we're about to have here. Like, how does that feel? Like, we're in Dubai. Like, Dubai is, I think it's, now that I've been to Dubai, it makes me sad because I don't know if I'm going to go somewhere else that's going to shock me with technology or with architecture. Maybe it's going to shock me with their culture. But I don't think technology, because right here they had robots and, but what does it feel? Obviously, we're in Algodones. People normally think that, it's Mexico, is going to be cheaper automatically, which is wrong. But how does it feel as you guys, you guys are the dentists, you guys are actually going to get to play with all these toys?
I feel blessed. And as I mentioned before, I feel blessed. It's like anything in life, right? You do something and you look up to other people, like sports. When you play sports, you look up to the professional players, and you're in dental school and you're looking up to these great doctors all over the world and the technology that they have and the things that they're able to develop. And my catchphrase, what's my catchphrase?
Oh man, don't quiz me right now because I'm still jet lagged.
I would have never thought, right? I would have never thought. And now I'm here, on a podcast, being an implant specialist, doing all on fours. And it's crazy that I'm able to have an access to this technology that I used to look up to, and now I have it in my hands, and I'm able to put it all together and do some dental treatments that are top notch, competing with the best institutes in the world, following their protocols.
In the next 2 weeks, you're going to have technology that's top of the top.
Yeah, there's nothing better than this. Nothing. And it's crazy to believe that in a small little town in Mexico, but you can have all this. Because if you look around, it's all just desert, right? But once you get here and you walk inside the clinic, you're going to feel like you're in a space shuttle. The technology, the way the clinic looks, it's beautiful. And I'm really excited about this. Dr. Luis, Alonso, Joel, everybody, we're excited to have this. And that's the thing about us, that we really care about the patients. We really care about our work. And if we can have whatever and it's crazy because you as an owner, you've realized a long time ago that doing things the best you can is going to help your business.
Right.
And whenever we come up with this crazy technology that it's really expensive.
It is.
It really is. But you figure out a way to make it work business-wise and to make it work for dental. And it's a great partnership.
Doing what's right is not always the easiest thing. I mean, just like in anything in life, it's people like to cut corners, and there's dental clinics that like to say this can't be done because they can't do it. And but investing in new technology and seeing how you guys are investing in more and more trainings and more flying around to different parts of the world. I mean, we got to step up our game also, And one thing that we've seen over there, that my wife, is one of her goals, and I haven't spoken to you about it, actually. I spoke to Dr. Joel yesterday morning, because yesterday was the first day that I was back after Dubai. We arrived on Saturday, seen the Super Bowl on Sunday. Well, I woke up like almost at halftime. I got to watch Usher, and then I was here yesterday, halfway here, because I was kind of jet lagged. And right now I'm getting better. My son slept a full night. The night before he didn't sleep because it's an 11-hour difference. But we seen this, and we'll post a picture in a little video of. Think about a carry-on luggage, okay? It's a carry-on luggage, and it has a little smaller luggage in the bottom, and it's a full dental, not a dental chair, but it's everything else. So it has its own air compressor. It has its own electric generator. It has his all the pieces, the hand piece, the low, the high. You could even do implants. and you're able to carry it with you. And it's a company in Switzerland, and I guess they've been to Mexico City and other places. And my wife's like, wouldn't it be awesome if we get, one or two of these, and we ask, a couple of our dentists, and we go to rural places in Mexico, like, and we help people out, like cleanings, extractions, fillings, things of that nature. And the suction, it's just as good as the chair we have here. It was pretty amazing. Like the video, like it has strong suction and everything, and it's so compact, but you open it up and it's like a robot. It opens up on the different areas, but when you close it down, it's like a carry-on. And that's going to be one of our goals this year. We want to go ahead and purchase those, and we want to be able to offer people that are not able to be here at the clinic. Even if we told them, it's free, come over. A lot of them don't even have way to get here. A lot of them don't have the culture of getting stuff done. And if we have the way to help, why not? So that's one thing that we want to do. That makes me really excited. My wife was super excited. I thought she was playing in the beginning, but then she wasn't. And I was like, oh my God, this is getting serious. So I took a picture of it. I got a card. But yeah, it was amazing. It was all about it. You could definitely be there 3-4 days and you don't see everything. It's next level. I hope that, I don't know when I'll be back. But if I'm back soon, I hope that one or two of you guys can go and experience this, because this is next level. It's like, but it's awesome because you'll be familiarized with a lot of it because we have it here. So, that's pretty awesome. George wants to go to Dubai, and
where does he not want to go?
And he's actually gonna fly out today to Torreon, which is like the Mexican Dubai, and according to him,
the capital of the world, right?
The capital of the world. And you know what, guys? Just to let you guys know, if you guys are tuning in, we're on Spotify, and that was such a shocker because in the first episodes, I'm like, and I was just telling you about it. I'm like, how you doing? My name is Frank Navarro. This is Supreme Dental. My wife and I are the owners of Supreme Dental. And maybe I had emotion on my face, but it doesn't come out through my voice. And it's so weird listening to me on the radio. It just blew my mind.
Yeah, we can hear the little extras, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the awkward pauses, you know. But we're on Spotify, so if you guys have a chance, go in there. We'll be in Apple Podcast real soon. Ernest, thanks to George. George, when I was gone, I told him, and I told Ernesto, our patient coordinator, all the way up in Indiana. And they got it done. They would send me messages, and it was like my mornings and their night. And then it was crazy because I would wake up and I wanted to speak to someone, because I'm normally wake up and I call somebody. When I'm driving my little girl to school, so I might call either Ernesto, or I would speak to Luis, or I would speak to George. I speak to someone, and everybody was asleep.
Yeah.
I got to go to the world's biggest aquarium, world's biggest, tallest building, world's biggest water park, world's biggest mall, a snow place inside of a mall.
Crazy.
We were blessed to be able to do a helicopter ride, so we seen the Palm. It was just, Dubai is amazing. But we're doing amazing things. So, yeah, it was just really, really mind blowing. Really, really mind blowing.
It looks from another world. Like,
yeah,
definitely nothing that I've seen in the States.
Yeah,
or any part of the world. It looked.
I'm gonna post a video also, and I haven't got a chance to speak to you much yesterday, but when I went to the Straumann booth, they would put some VR glasses on you, and you'd be kind of like, the Iron Man flipping things around and moving them like this, and on the TV you'd be seeing what that person was doing. So he'd be showing the different implants. He would position the implants, like everything, he would be doing it and you would be able to see it on the screen, but everything was digital. And that was like, poof.
That's the future. And the future is now. It's here.
That was crazy. That was crazy, but the coffee was amazing. So
The best part.
Best part of the bite. I won't forget the coffee. I had one on my way in and my way out. I recorded a video on my way in and somebody kicked it and it dropped. And oh my gosh, it hurt so much because I was like, oh God, it was like 50% done. But it was a really good coffee. But you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys are going to Singapore now. I don't know if we're going to go, but I know you guys are going. It was really tough on my little girl missing all that work from school.
It's true.
But yeah, no, well, thank you so much for being here today, Dr. Elias.
No, and thank you for having me here. We really got to thank the patients that actually follow us and listen to us, and they come down and they're full of knowledge on what needs to be done, what we're gonna do, and all the steps. So this has really worked out for everybody.
It's crazy. It's just crazy because there's not a week that goes by that we don't get a patient that stops me and he tells me and he thanks me. Yeah. You know, like, thank you so much. And they tell me their story on how we were better than the other clinic back home, or how we're able to give their smile back to their mom, their dad, themselves. And people stop by to say hi and they bring us new patients. And, you know, I've never met someone that you pull all their teeth and you do 8 implants or 12 implants and the next day they're joking with you. You know, people that have never done that, they're thinking that's no way. And a lot of our videos we recorded, it's the day after the video that we just posted was recorded the day after the surgery. So you guys have like magic in your hands or something like that, but you guys do very, I mean, you guys are very impressive, man. You guys are very, very impressive.
Like the patient that I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
What was he telling you about this morning? How did he feel and all that good stuff?
He was saying I was bleeding a little bit yesterday, which is normal. I woke up this morning, I didn't want to be in bed anymore, and I went outside and I got this big cup of oatmeal and then a big cup of hot chocolate, and I'm like, "Whoa, man, you had a better breakfast than I did this morning." Yeah. And he said, and he literally, quoting him, but he was saying in Spanish, but he said, "I'm so happy that I know I chose right. You know, I know I chose right." So that's what it's all about.
Yes.
But well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, for listening to us. We're now on Spotify, and we'll see you next week here at Supreme Dental Podcast Studio, and keep on smiling. Have a good one.